Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, we had a bit of combats over here on the mountains. We also, we didn't really do a lot of damage on the enemy bikers over here, but at least we've kind of gotten into contact with some of the enemy troops. Not too dangerous by the looks of it, but not like harmless either. But we did have a few battles at the end of the last round. Okay, there was one battle. Oh, anti-tank stuff there. Interesting, so there might not be just the bikers in there, or might be giving the wrong details for us. That's also a possibility. So we killed 100 Dreamers there, and then the militia attack, which we destroyed the entire unit. Yeah, that is actually empty. Clear out some of that, and I think what we're going to do is we'll just shuffle around the entire front line a little bit. So now we control at least that. The supplies through here are a little bit limited. Which is, well, I suppose understandable. I mean, this one's only it is a truck station, actually. But it is a bit of long distance. Let's have a look at the decisions. Oh, right, model design. We got the new bikers already done. I suppose we could have a look at the... We could develop the infantry, although we could also just not worry about the infantry yet. We got the recons already at level 2. We could maybe develop the light tanks a bit further, although I suppose we haven't really unlocked that much new things in there, have we? That's kind of unnecessary in my opinion to upgrade that one. We could maybe upgrade the artillery, get like an even heavier artillery. We have upgraded the trucks already. And then the infantry and, well, the APCs we haven't developed any further. But we haven't really been using those, so it's a kind of pointless thing to worry about. Let's have a look at the medium aircraft. So if we were to say a fighter, and then we put in like the, I don't know, medium turboprop engine. We'll put in, I don't know, small, maybe even medium wings. No, I think we'll go for small at first. See how well that is going to be. 800 liters, and then air-to-air weapons could be advanced machine gun. Is that real weight is 100? So yeah, we could go for that one. It's a bit more expensive. And then air-to-ground weapons we don't need. No cargo space. Oh. Okay, well, that's not a lot of range. It doesn't have a lot of speed. I mean, I suppose it could be that it's too heavy. Keep the engine the same, but we could maybe... Well, actually... If we go for heavier wings, so no, that's going to slow us down even further. No, not going to do that. We could maybe do a light aircraft. Of a new design. Which could be the fighter, and then if we go for like the medium engine, I think that will be probably fine with the turboprop engines, and then we could go for the small wingspan, go for the 800 liters, we'll go for the heavy machine gunner, no air to ground, no cargo. Ah, there we go, that's 8 hexes. That's not really too bad actually, so yeah, we can go for that one. Roaming Thieves in Unsung D. Yeah, I'll give my full support, so that's 4 political points. Ooh, roll 100 plus 50 from our support. There's difficulty in 93, so danger did not increase and there was no damage whatsoever. Non-recruitment pack from Etienne Commune. I do actually like that idea. Yes, sir. Our spies in Timor's Republic have found info. Let's keep on supporting the Church Knights, so that will benefit them at least. Right, so maybe, just maybe we can get rid of this set of Dreamers over here. I mean, we know that it's like 200 in there right now, or something to that effect. Affirmative. No kills though, but I guess now we're infantry. We should be able to deal with the rest of it. There's one kill, and the other surrendered. There we go. That clears out some of the flank here. I'm going to send in these closer to the front line. Also, well, the artillery is a bit busy right now. Also, let's, I'm just going to quickly fix the zone borders again. There we go, at least slightly better now. And then over here we could maybe... So have they have gotten a bit of militia back again. Oh, these can't actually attack there. Well, we can use our infantry to clear this one out, I reckon. Might take a few hits. Or not. There we go, so that's destroyed. Let's set in the AT gun ones first. These one can then reinforce. We've got the scouts. I suppose we could have these sort of go around here, checking out a few places here and there. Over here we can still hold... Oh, right, actually. I'm just going to do the range attack once again. Might not do any damage, quite frankly, but... if we can kill something with artillery striker, that's good. Plus, you know, it might give a bit more experience for the artillery itself in there. It is already seasoned, admittedly. And over here, we could also do a quick little range attack. Now, we do also have the medium tank that I was going to send down this way. I don't know how much it's going to take transport points to strategically redeploy at least a bit closer. Although, how far can it go on its own? Because it is motorized, after all. Well, it can go a little bit. But if we were to do a strategic movement... we could probably utilize this branch instead. Get it all the way there. And then from there we can just go along the coastline. So it's not going to have an impact on the supply lines in here or here. Because otherwise it would be using that connection. Right, but I guess the southern front is figured out. Over here we've got still the enemy. Did we? No, we didn't do the range attack on that. Don't know how much damage we do. We do know that they are quite well dig in there right now. It's mounted and all that, so we can't really send in infantry in yet. Affirmative. Well, we got some hits, but no kills. But that will have to do for now. Right, so we know that there's a lot of enemies in here. How about if we just take all these troops? We might have a bit of an advantage in numbers, at least. We also got the artillery, which might help in this case. Still taking a lot of casualties, though. Mission accomplished. But we pushed them back. Okay. How many... well, I lost 2, actually. One set of machine guns, which were the most up-to-date, and then some line troops, but that's... honestly, not the worst outcome out of that. Let's go ahead and get some replacement troops, then. Oh. Right, we do need quite a bit of these. Get some line troops. And then also, well, we've got plenty of machine guns right now, so that's good. Oh, we do need some artillery. Oh, right, some of that might be reinforcing troops like this. Well, no, that's got 20. It's got only 10, though. So I guess we'll see how it goes. But we are a little bit low on metal. Well, of course, we do need a bit more ammunition, so let's just get another 500 produced real quick. And then we already moved the tanks, so that's good. Right now, over here, I do actually wonder, Unsung, what are your private sector doing? Nothing. Wait, no. Well, yes, they're not doing anything yet. They've got a decent bit of funds there, but of course the private sector itself is quite tiny in population, which does cause a bit of issues. I don't think I can actually colonize in here, can I? No, I cannot. Technically speaking, if I was to make a new Supreme headquarters in here, then that might change the situation a tiny bit, although probably not enough. So there's that. Yeah, there's supposedly still air bridge going in between through there. I think it might be just mostly used to supply the troops, though. Let's pull that one back a little bit to be slightly closer to the town. And then these, well, we did move those already. I know that there's still the northern front that we haven't really checked or in this round. Let's clear out some of that. Clear out some of that. We got the machine gunners over here. And then I guess there's a bit more... oh, right, they've got that. Right, we pulled back a little bit because of the supply issues. We did clear out this area, though, already. That's good. There are, indeed, quite a bit of salamanders and other units in here, though. Don't have the movements or action points to actually attack there, though. I guess we could maybe move this one a little bit closer to make sure that these troops are at least supplied or are getting the bonuses from the commander. And how is Pokemania doing in terms of workers at this stage? I could still use a bit more.
Yes, sir.
Our money situation is not exactly the best, though, so let's see. We could sell some food. Not necessarily the best of prices, but if we sell another 500, for example, that is at least some money. And then, well, the rare earth metals are pretty valuable, so we'll sell another, I don't know, 50. We could sell some fuel. We'll sell, like, I don't know, 300. There we go, at least we got a decent bit of money again. We could use a bit of the industrial points to construct some more roads. For example, road going through here to the mercenary camp over here. So now it's going to provide the supplies for these troops slightly better. And I guess also getting a road through here at some point would be quite handy. But at least we pushed the rebels back a little bit. I don't know if they're going to be attacking us now or not, but that remains to be seen. I suppose, how expensive, since we got the airfield over here right now, how expensive would it be to get a new air unit? There's no missing units. So independent, probably at the all the way back here. So, oh, the transports aren't even too expensive. The recons, it's 30 planes. We could afford that. We don't really have the airfields all the way through yet, but I'm gonna raise that already. And the next round we can send it to Fallon, and then from there we'll maybe have it go to Spokomania. We could maybe even build an airfield somewhere here, and then we're gonna use that to do some recon. And then once we get the light aircraft design for the fighters, or interceptors, then that's going to be good to do some air intercept in here if need be. Just gonna have a quick look at the dashboard. So, solar energy at 57%, light armor army at 60%, combat armor at 44%, that's pretty nice. Light aircraft just started, communication techniques at 4%, and helicopter engine at 46%. So things are at least coming along. Did we actually get any of the discoverers from our ally? No? Well, maybe we get... maybe we did get some of the things. I don't remember the jet engine as something that we had before. And then the cluster bombs. I mean, the cluster bombs may have been sort of natural discovery, to be fair. I do actually wonder, though, how expensive... If we were to buy some of those high-tech parts... Oh, they are really expensive. Okay, I was just thinking, like, if we were to construct the metal soil filtration over here into the city, or into Spike, that would cost us 4 of those. Oh boy, that is a lot of money that we'd have to spend. Well, you know, it would be quite handy to get a little bit of radioactives, as well as some guaranteed metal and rare earth metals. Well, I guess we're ready to go to the next round, so let's do that. I do like the fact that they need to fight against the animals, or the aliens over here, to even get to me. Now we've got our strongest, well, not necessarily the strongest, but we've got fairly strong units over here in the mountains, so if they do try to attack us, I mean, they might try to flank us. But then it might be quite easy to... Oh, what's that then? That's someone's units. Yeah, we need to have a look at what's going on in there. We didn't take any losses. We are expanding. Oh, 13 more hexes than previous round. Right, we do need to get more leaders, don't we? How many... If we have a look at the demands, how much do we have right now? We got 3 more rounds. Okay, we need 3 more leaders. I suppose we could just go for the nation. We can recruit a civilian. Actually, that's not a bad idea. And we could maybe recruit the talent. And then, well, senior would be a lot of experience, but I'm gonna get another junior. So that's gonna take care of the mission. I'm not going to do any changes in the Supreme Command stuff. Oh, we've got quite a bit of these customization points. I do wonder, actually. Well, I suppose, let's go for the Siege Infantry Brigade. We'll customize that one. We'll add in... Well, technically speaking, if we would just add in 1 set of trucks... If we can. Actually, I don't think we can. No, not even APT. So, okay, that's... kind of a moot point then. I mean, we could probably put something else in there, admittedly, but... Problem is they're still going to be bloody slow. Oh, actually, I have an idea. The Light Infantry Brigade. Let's customize that. We haven't used these yet, but we could use them. They are quite fast overall. We could put in, like, the RPG element, for example. And put in, like, we start with 1,000. We could maybe go for, like, 400 RPGs or 300 RPGs. We could go 500 to be fair. That would make it quite heavy overall, but that would be 1,500 men per battalion. TU has an emergency. We will help the government, or not the corporation rather. We'll get the government points from that though. Ah, there we go. We're gonna advance in here. So that is, they might be down quite a bit in there in terms of numbers now. Right, so we wanted to check what the heck is going on in here. So this is Osnabrück. So Hochstein has gotten a lot closer suddenly. Maybe they did a landing. That's a possibility, I suppose. And that is owned by nobody. Yeah, I think that is where they landed. A lot of troops. Might have been fairly recently, admittedly, but still. Ah, there we go. Now they've retreated from there. We still know that they've got something in here. Let's go ahead and send in a bit of the militia, at least, to go around. Well, at least got some of these anti-tank guns in here, which may prove to be pretty good. And we got the medium tanks. I'm just going to send them across here. Slowly move to this front line, which is currently our active combat zone. Well, not really all that active, admittedly, but let's go ahead and drop a few artillery rounds on the motorcycles again. Oh, we got at least a hit there. No destruction, unfortunately, unless that artillery gets really lucky. Nope, it did not. Alright, let's have a look at the replacement troops. So we've got... Ah, right, so it must be the militias, indeed, that are making the artillery pieces now. But they finally have some sort of production for it. Okay, and the infantry, we got a little bit extra in there, but probably not quite enough. We've got plenty of machine guns. Clear out some of that, and clear out some of this. We've got our motorcycle recon over here. I suppose these could be... Not motorcycle, our armored car recon. Get these in here. I suppose we could actually try to get... Well, I suppose we can't really enter those mountains, can we? At least we can clear out a lot of that area, and then let's... Right, we destroyed the enemy that was in there. The artillery could maybe join this way. I think the infantry can at least sort of hold our ground here for the foreseeable future. There's still one more regiment over here that will move forward. And I suppose this could actually move a little bit closer to the front line. And we've got our new recon. I'm just going to move it to Fallon already. We've got the stuff going in there. Oh, bollocks. That's what's happening. These troops are out of... Okay, we need to get the transportation deal again. Transportation contract. That's going to take a little while, so we might actually lose a lot of those troops, unfortunately. Ah, we could build more ships for the Maritime Trade House if we wanted to. I don't think I'll be doing that right now, especially since we don't have the money to do it. That's an interesting option. Right, so over here we at least push the... Well, the sea... 12,000 sea worms. Oh boy. That is quite something. At least our tanks will be able to arrive here in a few rounds. Then over here, it's fairly stable still. Nothing too exciting. I think, speaking of, one of the things that I could do is probably just get a bit of a dirt road going up to there. So they've started building the road up to the mountains. They also got a bit of a... Actually, no, it's not a loop there. They've got a branching road network in here, which is, to be fair, the way to go. They do have quite a bit of roads, though. Oh, they started going around here. All the way up to there now. Okay, so they are certainly expanding. We might need to set up a bit of a front line over here somewhere, and eventually we're going to start pushing the enemy back, of course, but it's going to take a while, I reckon. We did get the recon planes already. I suppose at this stage it might be time to start constructing the airfield. Just level 1 airbase. Now I suppose another thing that I could maybe do... Alright, we completed the VidCom station already. Good. Let's have a look at the other things that we could maybe, just maybe build in here. So logistics, we could get to the tier 3 airbase. Or, actually, one of the things that I should probably do is start working on the railhead over here. Does that require... No, that one does not require machinery. So yeah, we'll get one of those. And then how far can we get the railway already? Okay, we can get it up to there. That'll have to do, and I suppose the rest of that is going to be... A lot of the rest of the points that we have is going to be more ammunition. There we go, that's at least something. Right, and over here we kind of encircled that. There seems to be something in there. Yeah, there's definitely something there. And over here the supplies are also a bit lacking, but I suppose one of the things that I could do is I could continue the road a little bit closer to make sure that we at least get the supplies in here. And we did also capture the free folk over here, so that's 500 remaining, which isn't all that much, but it's better than nothing. And we got so... Oh, right, we got 2 monasteries, okay. That's a total of 50 bureaucratic points from those 2. Right, that's not too shabby, actually. So how quickly are we working on the research, then? We do spend quite a bit of customization points. Solar energy is already 62%, so that's about to overtake the light armor army. Combat armor is 52% and light aircraft 23%. Helicopter engine 50%. If we could get some helicopters, that would be potentially quite good. I haven't used them, to be fair, so I don't know how effective they are going to be. We did do the artillery strike over there. We're not going to attack with the tanks on that one yet. We'll see how badly they attack us in there. We've got a bit of intel on... Well, actually, we don't really have a lot of intel in here. We do have quite a lot of political points, though. How good relations do we have at Raconis territory? 68. Okay, let's use a stratagem. We could send a Xeno diplomat. Or diplomat team. No, we'll send a diplomat team.
Yes, sir.
There will be a meeting next round, so we might be able to annex them next round. Hopefully, and that's going to give us a lot of territory. And also, it's going to give us another major nation neighbor, which is not too large. I don't know how much of troops we'll have to fight them with, if they decide to attack. I mean, we've got friendly relations with them, admittedly, so it's probably not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and send in a bit more of the workers over here.
Yes, sir.
And also, let's have a look at Ansang's situation. So the population is quite bad there, because we've got a lot of workers. Oh, but we've got all the workers that we need now. Well, right now at least. But these two are getting damaged more and more. Alright. If we have a look at the... So we do still have food and all that in here. All things considered. So it's just these troops are... Well, we're just going to pull them back a little bit further. At least they'll be in good supplies. Although, well, we might want to hold on to that metal. So we'll see how it goes. But next round we're going to get the negotiations going, so let's get to the next round then, so we can actually get that sorted. Hopefully it's not going to be too expensive. We shall see, but now we already have 2 neighbors of major nations, and then we've got at least 1 minor faction. Oh, they're actually pulling back from the front line there. Well, I suppose they got maybe a bit spooked, or, you know, they might be low on supplies, or... They do have a bit of road going through there, so they must have built something. Because that's certainly not a road that I built. I should probably have a look at the victory overview as well. Oh, there was something definitely approaching from there. There we go, we got the leader count mission done. Tech level is 6. 4 new stratagems. And, okay. So look at the decisions real quick. So that's the budget.
Yes, sir.
That can stay as is. I reckon, I mean, again, as I said, stated before, there's probably a lot better... like ratios to do, but a lot of that boils down to preference to some degree. Relations Mayhem is Pokemania. Oh. That's pretty high difficulty on that one. But yeah, we must make that a priority. So rolled 101. Rolled 151 versus 148. Okay, so 200 population, 200 workers died, but at least we managed to limit that. Right, so... Port or landing zones, right, so we need to go for port and Ansang and a source. Embarkation, we're not going to go from somebody. I think we could actually start from Yeso once again. I'll just go for the 3 rounds now because we can't afford any further than that. Scheduled meeting. Let's try to make them to join us with the big ceremony. We're all 103 versus difficulty 154. So still no increase there, unfortunately. They are amused, but they are not willing to join us yet. So I guess what we need to do is just improve our relations. Is there... Right, in core ops... No, we can't do that one. I suppose one of the things that I could do is just try to get... know their language a little bit better. Oh, hello. They've abandoned the front. There's something in there, most likely. So next round we can get a bit of the supplies into Ansang again, because right now the situation is dire in terms of supplies. Maybe we'll move that one forward, and this one can stay over here for the time being. At least we got someone in the town itself, but I suppose since we don't have the trucks or anything, that might be part of the reason that things aren't really getting the stuff that they need. How's the airfield? It's not quite yet done, so we can't move the recon planes closer. But it looks like at least over here... The enemy has vacated the area. We can clear out a little bit more of that. I mean, I know that they've got... Oh, okay, they've got quite a bit of territory over here that they're controlling. Then, of course, on the central front over here, I suppose we've got the artillery, which will actually move back to Spokomania and keep it in there for the time being. Once we have a location where we can utilize the artillery, then we can move it in. But right now, we don't really have that. Unless we were to build a road through there, which I suppose is a possibility. Although, actually, no, we're not going to do that, because we wanted to build the railway, which, did we get the... No, the rail here is not completed yet, but it is underway. So if we want to do that, let's go ahead and construct the railroad a little bit closer. We can... Oh, we can't even get... Oh, wow. That's a bit expensive. So, no, we can't build the railway all the way through yet. I suppose one of the things that I could try doing is get the metal mine over here, although for that we'd certainly need a bit more, like, let's go ahead and build a supply base over here first. Get the logistics in place first, and then we can build it slightly easier. Plus, you know, that's going to help with the logistics for the troops as well. So I suppose in the meanwhile, we could potentially build a road up to there. And then we can send the recon in. Oh, is that where the enemy is? Or maybe they pulled back all the way there. That's also a possibility. Yeah, it's probably there. That one's a bit low supplies, so we'll pull that one back. That one's already moved. There's not a lot of supplies on this front line either, so I'm just going to hold on to our ground there. Oh, right, let's move the medium tank. Oh, can we not? Oh, okay. It's rough terrain or not enough supplies in there, so I guess we'll just go through here instead. Ah, right, they pushed through there. Why is, this is the bikers. Right, at least we can get the supplies back to these troops. And I think these could actually start heading further north. Someone's going to have to get back to supplies there. At least we can capture some of this area. So they have certainly taken quite a bit of terrain next to us. We could do a bit of a range attack over here, at least, against the enemy. Of course, it's only one artillery unit, so it's not really that massive bombardment that we can do. But it is definitely better than nothing. Okay, we got 6 hits but no kills. That's a bit of a shame. So if we were to send a spy team, for example, do we know... Right, so it clearly is a landing in here. They may have done more than one landing. Or someone else may have done a landing there, although I don't know how they'd get there, so... Yeah, it probably is them then. Or them then. Of course, we know the main SRAM is in there. Oh, there's a non-aligned area there. Ooh, a transport ship over there. Okay, we could send in a bit of spies that way. Maybe a bit of overkill on that one, to be fair. And send in a spy over here.
Order acknowledged.
Ooh, double this number of spies. And then I suppose we could send a spy over here as well. So oddly enough, Timonis Republic only has one city, as far as we can tell.
Order acknowledged.
Well, I suppose they haven't really gotten around to make more. I suppose one of the things that I could do, so let's see, fluid defense would be infantry and artillery get 40% on defense, mechanized forces get minus 30% on defense with 30% on attack. That could be quite handy. I suppose the anti-tank guns count as artillery, so if we were to put this, let's double check it, do we have, so if we got the regular defense, that's just infantry forces. So if we put fluid defense on the, I believe it's this one, that's the latest one that we recruited. And then we have a look at the situation down here. So these troops should now... Yeah, we've got the fluid defense. So that increases the artillery's defense as well. There's an anti-tank gun. It does move on foot, actually. Also, I suppose one of the... Well, we don't have a lot of industrial points right now, but I was thinking about maybe we could start replacing some of the older units as well. Sort of manually. Let's go ahead and do a quick range attack over here, though. Before we get distracted again. Oh, there we go. We got one kill. We didn't get a lot of shots out, but at least we got killed there. Technically speaking, we could use these tanks to clear out that one, but I don't know if that's the best option. But I do realise that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.